Vaishali Siddhapa and welcome to my channel, which is Complementary Economics, and today's topic, floating exchange rate of foreign exchange market. The question is, briefly explain the effect of an increase in demand for imports in the foreign exchange market with the help of a diagram. This question, it is for 4 mark. First of all, you have to understand what is foreign exchange is all about. One country currency will be exchanged to another country currency because each and every country it is having its own currencies. If you want to travel, if you want to purchase some other country's currency, you cannot give rupees to them. You have to give their country's currency so they can use it. For this reason, changing one country currency to another country currency, it becomes really very important in the open economy where you're trading, traveling and dealing with each and every country in the world. When one country currency will be exchanged to another country, one country currency value will be different, another country currency value will be different. To decide this, how much money we have to give to exchange the one country's dollars, yeah, any other euro, any other currency, one rate will be fixed internationally. That rate is called exchange rate. So when it comes to exchange rate, to fix that we have 3 different systems. The first system is fixed exchange. The fixed exchange where government itself it's going to decide what will be the exchange rate with the other country. On the second one is floating a flexible exchange rate. Floating a flexible exchange rate where the demand, market demand and the market supply, they both are going to decide what will be the currency value, currency rate in the market. And the last one, managed exchange rate, that is combining of both, which is fixed exchange rate and the floating exchange rate. You will be having some limitations. On the limitations, it can move, at the same time out of this limitation it cannot move. So because it's called fixed and flexible, a combination which is called managed exchange rate. First of all, that particular topic, it is about the floating exchange rate. The floating exchange rate, you can see here no one is holding the parachute, it is completely free. So here you can see everybody is trying to hold. So right now we are not talking about the fixed one. The topic which we are going to discuss, that is floating. When it comes to floating, that is decided by market forces. The market forces, yeah, other one more name we can call it by, that is invisible hands. The market demand of the currency and market supply of the currency, these 2 market forces are going to decide what will be the currency value in the international market. How much demand you have for your currency, how much supply you are doing of your currency. On the basis of that, the currency value will be decided. So as I told you just now, the market supply and the market demand, they both are fighting with each other. So finally, on the balance which will be created, they both will be equal at one particular point. That point, the market value of your currency will be decided. So in this kind of a economy, in this kind of a system, there is no intervention of government. Completely it is decided by supply and the demand. To talk about that, we have one of the diagram here. So in the diagram, what we can see is, in the x axis you have the quantity, in the y axis currency. So in this one, supply of your currency and demand of your currency, they both are going to intersect with each other at one particular point. This point is called equilibrium. This is the currency rate what is going to be decided. This is the quantity and this is the rate what will be decided. This is dollars. How much dollars you are going to pay, how much Indian rupee you are going to exchange for it, that will be decided by the supply of your currency and the demand of your currency. This is the way how equilibrium will be decided. To understand this equilibrium topic, you have to see Macroeconomics 4th, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, all 3 chapters. If you see Macroeconomics chapters, the equilibrium chapters, you will understand what is supply and the demand, why it will be equal. And the next one here, just imagine few of the example I am going to come with. So just please try to understand. Suppose, just go with the one of the example, the demand for foreign goods and services increasing. The foreign goods goods and services, the demand for it is going to increase. You feel like buying more of goods and services of the foreign. So most probably the reason you can say it as you're traveling to some other countries, you're traveling, you like so many goods and services of the foreign country, you feel like purchasing it. So if you want to purchase, so that means demand for the foreign goods and services, it is going to increase. In this case, the demand curve shift towards the upward. So you can see the supply, this is the actual supply curve and this is the actual demand curve. They both are intersecting at this point. This is the rate what is going to be decided. So E star you can see and this. So they both are intersecting at point A. So this is called equilibrium point and this is the rate. So just imagine in this particular point, $1 is equal to 50 rupees. Now foreign goods and services demand is increased. So when demand is increasing, so that means you're purchasing some other countries goods and services. If you want to purchase some other countries goods and services, you need more dollars. You cannot purchase by the rupees, you need to demand dollars. That means indirectly, if you are purchasing directly goods and services, that means indirectly you are demanding the dollars. If you are demanding more of dollars, that means demand for it is going to be increased. Can you see the demand is shifting towards the upward to the right side? I have created the next one here. This is a new demand curve. With the supply remains the same, again the new demand curve, which is D1, this is the new demand curve. The new demand curve and the old supply curve, because it is not going to change, the new supply curve, they both are going to intersect at this point, which is point B. They both intersected now. So now you can see the new equilibrium what got created. The new rate for $1, now it will be 70 rupees. So instead of giving 50 rupees, now you have to give 70 rupees. The simple reason behind it is because you are demanding foreign goods and services. If you are demanding more foreign goods and services, for that demand is going to increase indirectly. The demand for of dollars also going to increase. This way, this is called dollars got appreciated. Some other country currency got appreciated because first you could buy $1 in the price of 50. Now to purchase the same dollar, you have to pay 70 rupees. For you it is very costly. So for the dollar, it can be considered as appreciate. For when it comes to local currency, the local currency which we are using, which is called as a rupees, the local currency, it is got depreciated. The local currency value, which is rupees, got depreciated. So this way dollars got appreciated and local currency, which is rupees, it is got depreciated. So now let me talk about again the depreciation. The depreciation means, you can see here, this is the our country currency, which is rupees. This is the dollar. The rupees is suppressed by completely dollar. That means the dollar value is more than the rupees value. When our country's currency value continuously is going to decrease front of any other country's currency, that is called depreciation. See, $1 you can purchase in 70 rupees. $1 you can purchase for 50 rupees. Now the same dollar you're purchasing to 70 rupees. That means we lost the value in the international market. When we are losing in our international market our currency value, instead of giving 50 rupees for $1, we are giving 70 rupees. That means dollar become costly and 70 rupees, which is the Indian currency, which is rupees, become cheaper. So this way our country's currency value continuously decreasing. If that is going to happen because of the market supply and the market demand, that is called depreciation. On the other side, you have the appreciation of our currency. Example now, everybody interested in Indian goods and services. Indian goods and services. Everybody want to purchase India's goods and services, so they're demanding Indian goods and services. Because of that, demand got increased. If they're demanding goods and services of Indian goods, so that means the demand for Indian currency, it got increased. If the demand for Indian currency is going to increase, so that definitely means our country's currency got appreciated. First we used to pay $1 was equal to 50 rupees. Instead of that, now $1 we are paying 40 rupees. So now for us, dollar became cheaper because we have an appreciation in the international market. The rupee value is increasing than the dollars. So this way we can analyze whether our country currency appreciated or depreciated. Which one is good? Appreciation or depreciation? Definitely for the local currency, which is rupees, the Indian rupees, Indian currency, local currency which we have, that is rupees, always the rupees should be appreciated. If you want to appreciate, our Indian currency value should increase. So depreciation, the depreciation should be some other country currency, with whichever the country you are changing the currency. If that currency value is going to depreciate, that is very much good for us. So other country currency should be depreciated, our country currency should be appreciated. If this is a thing is going to happen, so then definitely it is going to work for us. So this is called flexible exchange rate. So you could see in the diagram, demand is moving upward and downward on the basis of the demand and the supply what we have. So that is moving easily because it is flexible. Flexible means what? Just like it can go upward, it can come downward. It is not constant, it is not fixed. That kind of a market is called flexible exchange rate. So I hope you understood the concept. So please subscribe and share. Thank you so much.